So, I'm currently in low priority. The last game I played was not this one. I played I guess it was a Europe game, I'm not sure, but I had over 100 ping because, you know, it's super early in the morning and it takes too long to find a match on US West, basically, on single draft only, low priority, so I joined a bigger server, basically. Not only a bigger server, but also a server that has more players on it at this time of day. So I was able to find a match faster. So I was lagging. But this game's different. So look at this. I attack this guy. This guy's just sitting there at the hill the whole time. He goes in. And then he retreats randomly. I'm attacking, so then I leave. And I'm almost dead. So he decides, okay, you know what, I'm gonna 1 versus 3. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to do here? And I'm like, this is awkward. So I try to help him, and then I attack this guy, and then he turns around and attacks someone else. So, like, he didn't even use my ability. So I try to explain to him, you know, you can't use my ability. And look at this, he's being all toxic in the all chat right now. Like, alright. Let's speed it up a bit. This is 1.5 speed. Sure is taking a sweet time about deciding what to do. Well, anyway, okay, now he's here. Now he's still just sitting here. Okay, now he moves. He stuns that guy. And doesn't, like, follow up by attacking him. He starts spamming pings. Yes, he does. Those are blue pings. If they were orange pings, my pings, they'd be orange, right? I'm the orange player. Try to give him a little bit of help. He doesn't really use the shield. And then he goes in. And do you see this? Do you see this? This is my teammate. This guy is a group of 2. Him and the Outworld Devourer were friends. We actually go on to win this game because I told, you know, the rest of the team what this guy was doing. And so that he wouldn't piss off his friend, he started behaving. Eventually. I think it didn't take too long. He decided to start jungling or whatever. Since I guess he doesn't know how to lane. Maybe he only knows how to jungle. I don't know what his deal is. But, anyways. Yeah, look, he's just sitting here. Like, everyone else is playing the game. And he's just sitting here. Throwing a little fit, obviously. And I'm the one that's getting sent to low priority. Even though I helped us win this game. There isn't really much else to say. He kind of just starts minding his own business eventually and stops trolling, but, like, he set our team behind a lot farther than it needed to be, you know? And I'm getting punished for him being bad-mannered. I'm the one that got punished. Alright, it's a low priority punishment pool, that's what it's called. So, that's where I am. And this regularly happens in Dota 2. Yep. See, it even marks that they're a group. And these guys are also a group. So I'm not insane. I know this is what's going on. Like, toxic groups of players, they kind of ruin team games. I try to tell Riot this, and they don't really care. Thankfully, they don't wrongly ban people like Dota 2 does, but they still put up with the toxic players, unfortunately. Anyways, so I mean, I could show you my last game. Like, this was me lagging, and look how helpful my team was on some other server that's not US West, in low priority, for crying out loud, where everyone's supposed to be like the most horrible people ever. Well, guess what? The worst thing I saw anyone do was feed the courier, because they were running away from the couriers trying to deliver them an item. That's the worst thing that somebody did. That's it. That only happened once. And it actually happened to both teams, believe it or not. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the other team, but I know they lost their courier, and then shortly after they lost theirs, we lost ours. But yeah. I watched ours die. Obviously, I could have like made the courier go away or something like that, but I was really busy doing my own thing. It's like whoever's responsibility is ordering the courier to deliver items and take care of the courier. Honestly, it shouldn't be anybody else's responsibility. I actually tried to give the courier invulnerability, but by the time I was able to, it was going to be too late, so I didn't end up activating it because I'm already dead. So I was lagging, so it wasn't really very easy for me to do stuff in general. I felt like I was behind the whole game, but I still managed to help our team win. Like, our team was pretty helpful, I guess. There were quite a few times where they made mistakes, but it's like nothing on the level of what they do on US West. They're just like so bad-mannered about it too, and just blame other people for their own mistakes. Like that game I showed you. Like the Chaos Knight is feeding, and I'm getting reported for feeding, I guess, and it doesn't get verified. You know, like look at my in-game score, right? Like I'm not feeding 4-4-23, the highest number of assists in the game, the lowest number of deaths in the game. Like, I did fine. Look at my stats. Supporting 10.0, pushing 1.6, fighting 6.5, farming 1.3. Like, nothing's like super atrociously low for like a support. Like, this is all pretty normal. Look at him. Supporting 0.0, pushing 0.1. Yikes. Well, anyway, we still won. Anyway, let's look at the stats on my Wraith King game. Supporting 5.1, pushing 1.9, fighting 7.8, farming 2.5. Let's look at the rest of the teammates. 5.9, 5.9, 5.6, 2.8, 1.8, 1.6, 7.8, 1.9. These are all pretty normal numbers. Well, this guy was kind of trolling. 0.1 pushing, but at least he had 10.0 supporting, 7.8 fighting. His farming is pretty low too, only 0.6, but whatever. And this guy, another really low pushing, 0.2. But we still managed to win. Let's look at these guys. Ooh boy, 0.0 pushing, yikes. Hate him, have him on my team. 0.2 sporting. Look, his highest number is 5.6 in fighting. That's it. It's actually pretty shameful. Holy crap, they had another one. Okay, maybe I got kind of lucky in the low priority. But to be fair, maybe some people were really rude on their team or something. Like, kind of, our Treant was kind of rude, but like he'd say, "Oh, we can kill Razor really easy," or whatever, and I was like, "No, you shouldn't have told them to kill Razor. You should have told them to run away from him." And then earlier, I was just kind of just ignoring him, sort of like I wasn't talking back to him when he was being pretty rude to me, like saying something like, I don't even know what he was going on. He was like contradicting himself. At first, he's like all saying like, I want to like collect these these camps for you or whatever, and then he's like, oh, these camps were supposed to be mine or whatever, and like, I spent like 5 or 10 minutes farming them with you. You could have said that earlier. But I didn't say anything, whatever. And besides which, like, he's taking my wave away from me, right? Which is making it harder for me to farm. So I have to find a way to deal with the fact that I don't have a minion wave, right? Or creep wave, whatever you guys call this stuff. So yeah, I mean, he's making the game hard for me, but I'm not complaining. But I can see there's probably people on their team making stuff hard for other people. And they might be complaining. Like, anyway, and that happens in, like, League of Legends, too. Like, sometimes there's not stuff worth complaining about, and sometimes it is worth complaining about. It just depends. And it's, like, obviously, like, the stuff that happened this game, as you can see, was definitely worth complaining about, like, that wasn't making things difficult. That was actually just completely sabotaging their team, There's, like, a big difference between the two. I think it's funny that people just, like, in Dota 2, if somebody doesn't like you, you get punished, is kind of how things go. It's not really cool. Look at the... What's my conduct summary? So, I've played 1 hour match since this conduct summary was generated. This conduct summary was generated on the 26th of September. This was like 2 months ago. So actually, I did have, look, I have a high report rate that says it's higher than 94% of players. In other words, even though I am getting commended about a third of the time that I'm getting reported, I'm still getting reported way more than most people. Okay? Because this is a much higher number than 50%. Alright? So, people just, like, in Dota 2, like, it's just amazing how toxic the average player is. And it's literally like, if you are not like some kind of wicked evil person, you're gonna get reported a lot. That's been my experience. And all the times I've played Dota, it's always been like this. And it's a real problem that I've noticed. So it's pretty frustrating, honestly. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and play another game. Probably shouldn't stream it though, because it might just add to the lag. I'm already lagging, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream here. We're gonna play 3 more games to finish up this low priority.